Hello, YouTube world. Welcome back to another episode of Inside Pre-Town, presented by the one and only your boy at P Way and under the Proven Grounds Network. Listen, I have a great video for you guys today. I'm going to break down three underrated players who I believe can contribute in key positions instantly for the Panthers next year, especially in those late round draft picks. These are players who I believe in 1 to 2 years from now, we're going to be looking at and saying, wow, what an absolute steal. Kind of like how we looked at Jalen Coker this past year. These three players just have certain attributes and characteristics that fit in perfectly to what we really, really need on our team. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Number one, we have Jimmy Horn Jr., the receiver out of Colorado. This is someone who I have seen plenty of in his career as I was watching the Colorado Buffalo movement, like most of the nation was following Coach Prime and what he was doing in Boulder. And guys, this is a Florida boy who is an absolute dog. And we always appreciate receivers who are 5'8", 174 pounds, very slight frame, but we know what it's like to have a receiver who is that size but plays with that dog mentality. As our greatest receiver in our history was Agent 89, Steve Smith Sr. So I love what Jimmy Horn brings to the table. Like I said, he's a dog. He ran a 4.46, what I thought was underwhelming for him. I really thought he could have ran about a 4.3. I do know he gained about 10 pounds for the combine to put on some weight so he can get ready for the pro level. This is still a great run for him. And it really doesn't matter that he ran a 4.4. And I'll get to that, a little bit later. But he had a vertical jump as well of 38 inches, a broad jump of 10 feet and 8 inches, and a 20-yard shuttle of 4.41 seconds. Now, let's go ahead and watch him here running his 40-yard dash, and you're going to see that burst and that speed that I was referring to. I mean, look at it. Look at it. Yes, it was a 4.4, but I'm telling you, don't worry about the time because he plays like he runs a 4.2. You look at players like Debo Samuel. Debo Samuel's not the most, shiftiest or fastest guy, if you're really going off of just speed and measurements. But when he plays the game of football, he moves fast. And that's what Jimmy Horn Jr. does. He plays the game exactly how he's running this 40-yard dash. There's a lot of players who you're going to see run great 40 times, but they slow up when they get those pads on. Not Jimmy Horn Jr. Look at him here. Watch that burst of speed right there. You saw that burst of speed, even though the quarterback overthrew him? That's how he plays. Watch him in this gauntlet. Watch every time he touches the ball, he almost gets faster. Look, fast, fast, fast. You see that burst of speed? It is crazy. The acceleration that he holds. Look at it again. Now watch the burst of speed as he turns upfield and changes directions. Watch it. Bam, right there. Those are the key things that we need on this team. We need a player who turns up with swiftness and somebody who has that yak ability. Watch him here again. Bam. As soon as he turns upfield, there's no reduction in speed. There's a catch, a quick shift, and the speed is right back to running that 4.4. And that's the type of player we need who can be very dangerous for us in getting us more yak, catches this year because we have guys like Thielen and Xavier and Jalen Coker who, last year didn't have a lot of yards after catch. So now I can see him being used in a more, Devin Tompkins kind of role, running those receiver screens, those wide receiver reverses, and just those speed routes and those simple routes that you see a lot of speed receivers run, whether it's the vertical out the slot, down the seams or the deep post. These are routes and concepts that I can see Dave Canales cooking up for a receiver like him, who we've seen in spurts. He wants to add this type of element to our offense. And if that wasn't enough, he also can return punts and kicks. This is a guy, like I said, with that acceleration will be absolutely dynamic, especially in the way that kick returns are played today. In that small second when guys have to, stand still and then quickly turn on, he does it better than anyone. So if you get him the right path, he will be absolutely dynamic as a punt returner and kick returner. So that's why I feel like he could be a great addition, because not only can he be used in spots on our offense and really open us up with speed, he can be used effectively on our special teams as well. Because it's already been reported that we are not bringing back Blackshear this year, so we will be on hunt, for a kick returner and punt returner. And I didn't really like Xavier back there anyway. I need him to focus on receiver and getting that right. So that is Jimmy Horn Jr. And I believe that he is someone that we can look into in the late rounds and adding to our team. The next prospect I have is Brashard Smith, SMU running back, 5'10", 194 pounds. He ran a 4.39, had a 1.58 10-yard split, a vertical jump of 32 and a half, and a broad jump of 9 feet and 9 inches. Another player who brings a great different dynamic to our team. Now, with Bashar, what I like about him is he was initially a receiver and he returned, kick returns back in his days in Miami. So this is a guy who once again can bring value to our special teams, which we have a hole for now. And also he is a pass catching, speed shifty type running back. So we have Chuba Hubbard, who is a power back and does a great job running at straight line speeds. I do not see us bringing back Miles Sanders, and I would love to add Brashard Smith to our running back room. This is a guy who has great receiving skills, who can actually play receiver like a real receiver. So when you have someone like this and you can move him out wide and get him lined up on linebackers, it can really open up our offense. We saw Dave Canales try to do this last year, even in our empty sets, but he had Chuba Hubbard out there. And let's be honest, Chuba Hubbard is not the best receiving back. That's not his strengths. So adding Brashard Smith, who can fill that void, I think will do excellent, for our team and the running back room. And like I said, he's very shifty. He does a great job of once again shifting and keep his speed while he's changing directions. So those are my reasons why I believe that Brashard Smith will be a great addition to our team. And at number 3, I have Joshua Simon, the tight end out of South Carolina. 6'4", 239 pounds. He's right there in South Carolina, so he might as well stay in the Carolinas and come to the Panthers. And he ran a 40-yard dash of 4.65, a 10-yard split of 1.58, a vertical jump of 38 inches, a broad jump of 10 feet and 4 inches. Listen, this is a physical specimen. We had Jatavian Sanders, I think last year ran a 4.64. So why not double up, especially that we're needing a tight end, and get a tight end who can run very well and complement our tight end room and Joshua Simon. Listen, we need to keep up with the new times. I'm tired of our tight ends that we have. They're slow. They're not shifty. They don't have speed. We have Jatavian Sanders now, who shows that burst and has decent speed. Tommy Tremble does okay as well. So let's keep it going. Listen, it's time for our tight ends, to get more athletic. I want tight ends that can run. I want tight ends that run in that 4.6 range. And I think adding Joshua Simon, a young, athletic, tall tight end can do wonders, for our tight end room. Having him alongside Jatavian Sanders and Tommy Tremble, who I think we're trying to work a deal to bring him back, it will just make sense, let him develop and really grow with this team. Need to catch up with the times. You've seen teams like the Bills, you see teams like the Chiefs, you've seen teams like the Ravens who have these dual threats at tight ends, and I need us to get to those days. So I believe that Joshua Simon will be an upgrade to our tight end room. So let me know what you guys think. Yay or nay? Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys feel like we should go another route, with our late round draft picks? These are 3 players who I think are underrated and have those certain attributes that can help us out tremendously. So let me know in the comments. And until next time, this is your boy P-Way with Inside P-Town, presented by Proven Grounds. I'll see you guys till next time. Peace.